Hello, Oli. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. I thought I'd just stop here. I think we caught up with you at Synth East
Indeed.
briefly, but I had to just stop again just because walking past your wonderful stall that you've got here, I suppose, with all your fantastic... well, what are these?
So what I have here, celebrating the synthesizer and the history of the synthesizer through the medium of books and posters. What I do is I draw the synthesizers. I've drawn 477 vintage synthesizers in my book, which is like a directory of every commercially available synth from the early 60s to the mid 90s. And not just the synthesizers themselves and their specifications, but their impact on music. For me, it's the music that gets made with synthesizers and drum machines and samplers that changed the face of music since the 60s over the 70s and 80s. That I find really fascinating, making the connection between particular models and songs that they were used on or genres that they stimulated, like the 303, acid techno, of course, acid house, and many more examples of that sort is what I love and why I do this. And,
Fantastic.
Celebrate that with customers and just people.
So I take it you like synthesizers then?
Yeah,
or
they're all right.
They've been a big part of your life. So, okay, so where did it kick off for you? I'm quite intrigued. Where did this sort of ignite this sort of passion?
When I heard Equinox 5 by Jean-Michel Jarre at age 11, and it's one of those moments I'm sure we've all had where you just hear a piece of music and you just go, I can't understand what I'm hearing. My mind is blown, and from that moment onwards you're like, yeah, I've just got to work out what makes these sounds. How can I write music like this? I'm a musician as well, so I've obviously have a collection of synthesizers and just followed it through ever since.
Fantastic. And is there, obviously, we've got some historical information here, but there's things I can see in here, for example, a modern day, you're a rack maker and stuff, so you've got a passion for all the ages, it appears.
I guess the danger is getting too nostalgic and too wrapped up in the vintage world, which is fascinating and important, but synthesizers have been made since the year 2000, and these two new volumes reflect that and say, ask the question, what's great about the last 20 years? What are the best synthesizers over that time, whether that's monophonic synths or polyphonic, modular, and a kind of survey, I guess, of what's been out since then as well. So
right.
Celebrating the modern as well as the old.
Fantastic. I love your kind of passion and attitude for this.
I love this stuff.
It's good. It keeps us out of trouble, doesn't it? I think.
Definitely, yeah. You know where I am. I'm behind this bar. I'm behind bars today. A bar.
So where can we pick these up then? Is there a website?
www.synthevolution.net is where you can buy the books and the posters as well. So there are some posters like Synth Family Tree kind of vibe, all available on the website.
Great. And are these coming out monthly, or is it just when you get around to them you think there's something new?
As and when. I don't know what's next, so watch this space.
Great. And can you just show me one of your fabulous illustrations? How are you doing these? Are these hand-drawn? Are these digitally?
Yeah, so these are hand-drawn because I think they may be electronic instruments, but humans use them, and I think the line drawings give that human feel to what could otherwise be a sort of sterile, line drawing or uninteresting photograph. So I sort of bring out, because they're instruments we use, and how they look inspires musicians as much as what they sound like. So, and they're all solutions to the problem of how to control sound. And I find that as fascinating as what they sound like. Obviously, what they sound like is most important, but they look cool. Basically, they look cool.
They do. And is there? Have you got a top 2, top 5, top 1 synth, Desert Highland synth? Can I ask you that question?
Oh God! Well, it's given that I asked modular musicians that very same question for my last book, I should probably have an answer to that. I was lucky enough to have a Prophet 5 Rev 3 in my room for a few months last year, and it's still, there's a reason why it's a classic.
It is, yeah.
So I'll go with that.
Oli, thank you so much, and I love what you're doing here. Keep up the great work, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Nice one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.